I'm here with junior Kimmy Kirk. Kimmy, you guys picked up your first conference win in Alaska last week. Why don't you talk a little bit about the match and how the team pulled together in the effort to beat the Ninooks?
Yeah, it was a really fantastic match. We kind of came together, like you said, as a whole. We kind of put together things that we haven't previously been doing in the past. We do have a lot of new players, and it was a strong learning curve. And I think we finally hit that point where we're all working together. We've kind of figured out where we're supposed to be, what we're supposed to be doing, and just felt really good as a team to kind of come together and get that win.
And your role has changed a little bit for the team this season. You've gone from being strictly a DS to moving into the libero role. Why don't you talk a little bit about making that transition for the team this season?
Yeah, Coach Axel honestly has made it a super easy transition for me. The DSs obviously all train as one, so we all have that same training. Stepping up the season as libero, it's been more of a mental and a communication thing that's kind of been the difference for me. So really being loud on the court, letting people know where I'm at, what's going on, and taking more of that kind of vocal leadership on the court. But overall, it was super easy transition, and I have some amazing DSs around me and some other really great defensive players that have made it super easy to do my job as well.
So the team has kind of rotated in its defensive strategies. Why don't you talk a little bit about all of the different players that have stepped in to make this a good defensive team this season?
Yeah, absolutely. All of our players in general, we have the block up at the net, obviously, as our first line of defense, and then us sitting behind it. Everybody has kind of stepped up as a complete whole, and like I said, with all those new players, we've kind of had to implement a new system for a lot of them. A lot of them haven't seen it before. So being able to get them all in the right spots, and like I said, communication is obviously a huge part of it as well. So kind of all implementing that as well. And then with Stormy being out this past week, we had a couple different outsides and a couple different DSs step up and play positions that they haven't before. But like I said, Coach Axel makes that super easy on us because we all train everywhere in practice, so we're prepared for those types of situations. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, being home is always an amazing thing. Having the home support and the big crowd. We have a couple fun events going on this week with our home games, so that'll be awesome to kind of get that support out there. And any time that you can kind of get a few familiar faces in the stands, that's always amazing. And like I said, we're going to have Stormy back, so another key player kind of implementing on defense and offense again. And with two really strong teams in Western Washington and Simon Fraser both coming in, I think that our team is ready to step up. As a whole, we are a team that kind of rises to challenges, and we kind of are a gritty team. So having two teams come in that we know are going to be a little bit more aggressive is going to be a good thing for us, challenge us, push us, and really take us to the next level that we need.
So talking about rising to the challenge, last year Western Washington came in ranked number 11, and we ended up going the distance and beating them in 5 sets. Talk a little bit about your team's ability to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Even with just the 5 returners coming back, we have a whole other element this year of all of our newcomers as well. All of them are coming out of really extremely strong club programs and school programs. They all know what it's like to have to fight for a win. And Coach Axel puts us in situations all the time in practice where we're challenged, and we do have to kind of dig deep and find a way to get out of those situations. And I think that's a big part of why we are able to bring out those wins, is because we're used to having to kind of dig down and do things that maybe other teams aren't doing. And, we don't always have the height or we don't always have the power, but we're able to kind of use our mental game to outplay teams a lot. And I think that that's a huge part of it.
Great. Well, thank you, Kimmy, and good luck.
Thank you.
I'm here with MSUB head coach for the volleyball team, Lisa Axel. Let's talk a little bit about your last week in the conference.
Yeah, we definitely didn't really show up very much against the Anchorage team, and we spent a lot of time thinking about, how can we regroup and come back out and have a strong showing in Fairbanks, and I think we did. We came out, we focused more on our side of the court than what the other team was doing, making sure that we could clean up a little bit of stuff on our side of the court. They did. It's always hard playing in Fairbanks. Their gym's a little bit smaller, the crowd is on top of you, and I'm really proud of our team. That second set, I think we were down 24-22 and battled back and just played point for point there at the end and found a way to pull it out with their fans kind of cheering their team on. So I thought we did a great job. And then the fourth set, we really came out and really started to click, and I think we finally put an entire set together. So very proud of our athletes. We were, and we had not played well in the third set, and between the third and fourth, we just talked about what we had to do and make sure that we were playing for every point, not looking ahead, not worrying about what just happened, but playing in the moment and putting everything into that point that we were playing.
So keying on some of your players, Ashlyn Ward, another good couple of matches from your junior outside hitter.
Yeah, she's having a great season so far. She's really worked hard in the off-season on her arm swing and her different shots, and she's using them. So if a team takes away her great shot down the line or a cross-court shot, she's able to hit the other one and keeping them on their toes. She had a great weekend.
And you're getting a boost from some of your new ones. It seems like a different one will step in and kind of give you some help for each match. Audrey Mars had a great match against Fairbanks.
Yeah, Audrey definitely did. We've been working a lot on her slide and hitting different spots going down the line. And she was starting to take some big swings for us, not just hitting the same spot like she has been in the past couple matches. So she played great defense at Fairbanks. And you don't always notice when a setter's having a really good match, but she was just putting our hitters in great situations. They were getting a lot of one-on-one looks where there's only a single block, and when that's happening, your setter's doing a good job of making the right decisions and running the right plays. You know, I think it's enjoyable anytime you get to play a ranked team. The pressure's off of us, and you just get to go out there and take some chances. And, you know, last year we were able to do that here on our home court, and I hope that gives us confidence that we can play with a team like that. And we just need to go in, take some chances, and play aggressive. Not playing safe, not playing not to lose. We need to go out there and play to win. And, you know, any given night in our conference, you have a shot against any opponent. And if we can put a complete set and then a complete match together, I think we have a shot again. Yeah, Simon Fraser is doing a great job this year. They've been able to get a couple key wins early on in the season. We were able to watch them a little bit when we were at the same tournament in Seattle, and they're a very consistent team. They're not making a lot of errors. They usually wait for their opponent to make an error, and they're a very disciplined team. So we have to make sure that we're playing discipline on our side of the net and not making too many errors and matching their defensive effort.
Great. Well, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.